Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll continue the profit and loss. Let's see the one problem here. You can see in this problem, it is clearly seen that there's two different cases. In the first case, there is a profit 10%, and in the second case, there's a 10% loss. So while 10% loss, there's a 140 less than the previous selling price, means that the selling price becomes 140 less, right? So let's talk about these cases here. But before that, we can just suppose here the selling price as a rupees X, okay? And then here, now in the first case, we can discuss about the what is given here. It is a profit that is 10%, okay? And here, with the help of this profit, we can find the selling price. And you know what is the selling price? Can you say what is the selling price? If the profit is 10%, then we can just simply use this formula, SP equals to CP plus profit percent of CP, right? And we know what is a CP. CP is not given, but SP we have supposed as a rupees X. So we can keep the X here, and CP plus 10% of CP, profit is 10%. So from here, we can just take the common CP. It will be easy for us. Now the 10% means it is a 10 by 100, right? Now from here, we can just cancel the 0 and 0. It will become 1 by 10. So I think up to here it's clear. Now we can take the LCM. Now this is a 10 plus 1 by 10. Now, if we cross multiply, then we'll be getting the CP as 11 by 10. Now, before we proceed, look at the questions. In the second case, there's 140 less. The selling price is 140 less. And in the first case, we have made the selling price as rupees X. So it means that in the second case, what will happen? The selling loss is 10% and the selling price will be X minus 140. Once again, we can use the selling price, the formula. So we can just write SP is CP minus loss percent of CP, right? And here we can just keep the value of the SP as X minus 140 and the rest are the same. It's a 10% loss and we can calculate, simplify. X minus 140 equals to CP 1 minus 10%. Okay, 10% means 10 by 100. And that's we again the cancel and 0 and 0. It will become something 1 minus 1 by 10. All are the same, right? From here, let's take the LCM. It will be 10 minus 1 by 10. And it will be the 9 by 10 CP. I hope it's clear. You can just check from the beginning, okay, if you are confused, right? Now here, we can just cross multiply once again. Okay, before cross multiply, let's keep the value of the CP. Do you know what is CP? We have already found, okay? And CP is 10x by 11. So I've just kept the value of the CP here, 10x by 11. Now from here, we can get x minus 140 equals to multiply 10x with a 9. It will be 90x. And 11 times 10 is 110. So here we can cross multiply 110 times x minus, if you multiply 140 with 110, it will be 15,400 is equal to 90x, right? So let's transpose 110x minus 90x will become 15,400 and it will give you 20x, that is 15,400, and that is x is 15,400 divided by 20. So it gives you the 770. So this is just the value of X. It means it is the selling price, but we have to find the cost price, remember. So what we can do, we can just put the value of X in CP. Let's keep it. So here CP is rupees 10x by 11, and we have already got the value of the X, that is 770, and divided by 11. So it will give you the rupees 700. Okay. So here we can say the required cost price of an article is rupees 700. I think it's clear. So let's move to the next problem. Can you read the questions? So what is given here? Read it carefully. Okay. Here there's some Mr. Sharma about the two calculators for rupees 1,000. And again, here is a two different case. In the first case, it is 20% profit by selling one calculator and it's 20% loss by selling the other calculator, right? And the condition, which is very important in this question, is that both the selling price are same, isn't it? So we have to look at this condition. And we need to find out the cost price of the calculator, and also we have to calculate the gain or loss percent. Okay, for that, again, remember there are two different cases. And remember, there are two calculators which were bought for the 1,000 rupees. And many of the students think that, if the two calculators cost 1,000 rupees, then each calculator costs 500 rupees. It's not like that because it's not equal. Cost price are different. That's why we have to find out here the cost price, isn't it? So here, let's talk about the first case. In the first case, what we can do, okay, before we think of the first case, let's talk about this, that in the first calculator is a rupees X, we suppose, then obviously the second calculator cost will be the 1000 minus x. I hope it's clear. Okay, we are just making the first is x, and if you subtract from the 1000, then we'll get the cost price of the second calculator. Okay, now here, okay, that's we can just talk about the first case. Can you just look closely in the first case what is given? As the first calculator, we are talking about the first calculator, so we can just simply say the profit percent is 20%. Okay, and CP is already given x, so we can use the formula of the SP, and we know that SP is CP plus profit percent of CP. And remember, cost prices we have supposed as x, remember, so we can keep the value here. Okay, and that is CP plus profit is 20% of a CP, and let's keep the value of the CP, that is okay, we'll keep this later, just let it be CP, and we take the common 1 plus 20%. Okay, then after 20 by 100, you know that it is, let's cancel the 0 and 0, and I think it will be 1 plus 1 by 5. And here we have kept the value of the CP also as x, right? Because you can keep this value in the beginning also, not a problem at all. You can keep it, okay? Now from here, it's a simply we can take the LCM, okay? And here, if we take the LCM, see, it is a 5 plus 1 by 5, and here the x is not there, so it's missed out here. So let me keep the x here. Here you can keep the x, okay? And this is x, and this is a 5 plus 1 is 6 by 5. Okay, then that will becomes the rupees 6x by 5. So I would like you to put your x here because I missed it here. Okay, okay, let's move to the next case. And here the second case, the loss percentage is 20%. It's given, right? And do you know what we suppose the second case, the cost price? And the cost price of the second calculator we suppose as 1000 minus x, right? You know how it happens. Now from here again, the loss percentage is 20%. We can use the sum once again the same way, the SP formula, but this time I have supposed the SP is different, so it is SP1, and CP is also different, it is a CP1. Okay, now loss percent is already we know that, so we can just keep the loss percent as a 20%, and from here we take the CP1 as a common, and that is 1 minus 20%. So let's keep the 20% as 20 by 100, and we can cancel, simplify 20 by 100, it will become 1 minus 1 by 5. And also here CP1 is okay, 1000 minus x, but it's 100, so please let's make it 1000. Okay, from here we can just take the LCM, and it will become 5 minus 1 divided by 5. 1000 minus x is there. Okay, so let's make it 1000, and here we can just get 1000 minus x, and 5 minus 1 is 4 by 5, isn't it? I think it's clear. Okay, now here we have got the SP1, and already we got the SP also. And by the questions, what is given? Both the selling price are equal, right? So can I say by questions SP is equal to SP1, right? They are both equal. And what is the SP? SP is we have found 6x by 5, and that is SP1 is 1000 minus x and 4 by 5. So we can calculate these two. Here the both are the multiplication here, so we can cancel 5 and 5, and what will remain here? 6x will be equal to 1000 minus x and 4. Okay, let's multiply by 4. 6x will be equal to 4000 minus 4x, and let's transpose minus 4x to the left hand side. It will be 6x plus 4x equal to 4000, and from here it's a 10x and it's equal to 4000, and from here x is equal to 400. Okay, divide by 10, it will get a 400. Now we got a value of the x. Now once we got the value of the x, we can easily find the cost price of the calculator. Okay, so what is the cost price of the second calculator? That is 1000 minus 4, and that is rupees 600, and the first calculator cost is 400. So you can write the conclusion. Okay,